Alright, so welcome back again, and this is Chipmaster here, and in this video another repair again. Right, I got a package that was shipped to me from another repair shop, and I think they said it's 2 MacBooks, so I will unbox and see. It's 2 of them, they said, and they are not turning on, so I'm going to take it apart now. Oops. Let me just fix this camera. Okay, so I will open the box. Right, so I have a 15-inch MacBook A1398. This is a 2014, and I have a Type C. That's a A1706. I repaired many of these. I'll choose this one first. I will choose the A1398 first because I haven't done one of those repair as yet on that model. So I will repair this one first. A1398 2014. Alright, so this one, right, it's already disassembled to a point, as you can see, and I'm actually seeing solder. I'm seeing flux there. I don't know, it looks like a liquid damage though. This was one I did in my last live stream. This is the exact one I did in my live stream, so I actually did a repair on these already. Same exact model. Yeah, let's see what we can get. Alright, so I'm gonna plug in the power. Alright. Alright, I get green lights, fan spins, and the current is 2.2 amp. So it's on. As you can see, the fan is spinning, but there's no image. Right, there's no image on the screen. So let me plug in the power again. So it's on, but there's no image on the screen there. fan spins. No caps lock is there. That's it. Could it be that the graphics card is dead? These are commonly known for a graphics card issue. Right? These are commonly known for the dedicated graphic card here to be broken. There's a bypass for it. I am seeing solder here on the backlight circuit, so let me see what's going on here. Some soldering taking place right here. As you can see, we see some flux here. Oh, the fuse was soldered. As you can see, the fuse was soldered. So someone was soldering the fuse there. See? Right, the fuse has been soldered. Let me check the fuse. Let me check the fuse. Alright, it's good. The fuse is good. Just cleaning up this debris here. The fuse is good. Alright, so I'm checking the backlight output. This is not normal. I'm not getting anything here. Nothing here. I'm getting ground, but I'm supposed to get a reading. So let me disconnect the screen. Let me check. Still not getting a reading. Open loop. It's kind of a bit high. Right. Still not getting a reading here. It's a bit abnormal. Right, let me check up by the LCD connector. Here we have some liquid damage here. As you can see, this is red. So we know that this is liquid damage. Oh, look at this. You can see that the pin is broken here. Alright, the pin on the pin number 1 pin here is broken. It's gone, and the trace is there. There's nothing there. So we have to change this connector as well. So I'm going to take apart the laptop. It's a liquid damage unit, and they tried to attempt the repair, but it seems it wasn't successful. So this is most likely a backlight issue then, based on what I'm seeing here. Oh, I forgot my Santa Claus hat. Couldn't you guys remind me to wear my Santa Claus hat? Forgot to wear my Santa Claus, my Christmas cap. Yeah, that's what it should be. Look at the battery. Here's some white stuff. I don't know what is this. Alright, so we have the board out. Alright, so I'm just doing a visual inspection on this side of the board. Okay, so on here we are looking at the opposite side here of the board. Alright, so up here on the camera card controller chip, it's good. Alright, this is the MUX for the graphics card to convert the backlight circuit and display signals. Where is it? Right, this. Alright, so the backlight enabled signal comes to this MUX chip and it's sent to the from the graphics card. Right, talking from the CPU to the graphics card. So it's a MUX. Right. Alright, over here. It looks pretty alright. Pretty nice. Down here is okay. Here is okay. This side is also okay. So this side is all good. Next side, we already inspect here already on the backlight circuit here. Oh, this is the Thunderbolt chip there. Looks pretty fine. Only the PCH text on here. It's okay. Alright, so all is well. Alright, so I will now first I'm going to check here on the LCD connector. I need to remove the LCD connector first. So let's go under the microscope. I'm going to replace this. Alright, so that's off. Just inspecting the ED, the display signals here. All these capacitors here and resistors are responsible for transferring of display for the internal display, right? EDP signals, and they're all good. Alright, so I've removed the LCD connector there. That has to be replaced. So I will now replace it. First, let me check the resistance. Alright. Of the these caps here. I get 780. Excellent. Now it's restored back to the original resistance that I should be getting. I was getting OL. That's not normal. This is normal. Perfect. I'll now solder the LCD connector now. Back on its spot. Spreading the flux here. Alright, here we go. I have to catch back this lead because this is the backlight power supply circuit here. This one and only lead here is for the backlight, so I have to run a jumper wire. As you can see, this has a very thick trace here, right here. This trace here is the backlight power supply from this cap here. Right, this capacitor here, taking that 40 volts to pin number 1. It always burns when liquid catches it. Burn the LCD connector immediately. Let me see if the actual pad is there, if it's oxidized or it's gone. It's gone. So I'll have to scrape here. Scrape, 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 scrape. Alright. Alright, so I have that ready. I'll now put a new connector on it. I'll now put a new LCD connection and see what I get. If the backlight should be restored. Okay, so I have the new LCD connector here. So I'm just going to take this one out the pack. Alright, so I will, it's just the old one. So I add flux now. Spread in the flux. Alright, so I'll now use hot air, 300 degrees, and then finish the rest with my drag soldering method. So I will just solder, doesn't automatic because the surface tension will put it in place. Alright, so it's now in place. So now I will add some flux here to the pins for the jag solder technique. Alright, my iron here is probably a bit too big. Let me see. My smaller iron tip is not working properly at the moment, so I'll have to use my skill set now to get this in place. Alright, so I'm just dragging my soldering iron over the, make sure I get a firm joint on all the pins. I need more flux. Right here. Just thin with some tiny bit of flux here. About that is enough. And I will drag. Alright. Alright, so I'm now dragging. There we go. All good. Very good. Was I under the camera? Alright, so I just have this section here to finish. Alright, I think I'm done now. Let me just inspect if there's any bridge, and there's no bridge. Right, so we are all done now. Alright. So I am cleaning now the spot at this. Now I need to run a wire now. I need to run a jumper wire to the backlight LED, backlight LCD EDP backlight. So I'm going to run a small wire. It has to be a bit thick because it's a lot of voltage going to go through this one, so I'm going to use this wire here. This size wire should be fine. This size wire should be fine. There's some tin here with some solder first. Right there. Right at that point there. Right at that spot there. That's a nice solder joint there. Alright, so let's see. That's one there. Try again. Oh, it's not focused. Alright. Let me see if I get a solid connection. Alright, seems connected. I will just cut it off, the excess. It's touching, right? Let me make sure that there's no touching going on. I just want to make sure that there's no touching and make sure that the joint is firm here. I'll use a small tip now and just see if I can. Oops. I think that's done now. Let me see if I'm getting any, if these two pins are touching. No, they are not. Alright. I have to come over a little bit more. There we go. That's what I want. Because this voltage is so high, I can't use a thinner wire. So I have to use a thicker wire to compensate that amount of current that is flowing, voltage and current that is flowing through this pin. This one single pin here. And I have to make sure I use a thick wire. Alright, so I'm going to connect the board back into the case. Right. First of all, let me see if you're actually getting a display. Let me go for my external keyboard. I want to make sure that the laptop is actually powering and displaying. So I'm getting 1.2 ampere of current there. Just want to see if I get a caps lock. It won't get caps lock until the folder icon is there, so it will take some time for the caps lock to come. Once the folder icon is there, once you get the caps lock, they know that it's in the folder icon. Yes, folder icon is there now, so we get caps lock. So I can now put the board back in the case here. Alright, so now I will, before I put power to the board, this is very important. Many times the cable can burn, right? Many times the LCD cable can burn and you don't know. And you plug power to the board and you burn the same circuit again. So I will now check the backlight and I get 300, 400, 500. Let me see if I can get this to remove the glare. Alright, so I get, alright, there's no short. There's no short. Alright, so I'll now connect the power. Let me see if the battery is having a, oops, I need to put the screw here. The board is falling out. I need to secure the board with a screw. Right here is fine. Alright, so I'm pressing the switch, but it seems that the battery is dead. So this seems as if it's a no backlight issue. It's not turning on. Not getting any lights. Let me move the screen. Nothing. I wonder if I plugged in the Type C, the DC jack. I'm not getting any lights. I have to take this apart again. I'm not getting any lights. Okay, so I had a connection. The connection was accidentally jumped out of the socket. Maybe when I was putting in the board, it hooked on something and popped out. So I'm just connecting this I/O board here. I will not connect the battery. Right, so let's see what we get now, if it works or not. I don't know. Yes, backlight is there. Yes, I see backlight. Ah, there we go. So we have folder icon there. So it was a backlight repair. Very basic. So as you see, we have folder icon flashing there. And that's a done fix. So it was a backlight. So that basically concludes the video. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something there, and hope you all enjoy and like and subscribe as usual. And in the next video I will prepare something for you again. Okay, bye.